Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Aurzyn, and today we got a brand new video for y'all. But listen, dribbling this year is a lot harder, or maybe like just different. I wouldn't say harder, but it's definitely very different from previous years, and it can take a lot of getting used to, but once you get it down, dribbling this year is so much fun. I for real just be playing this one score on current gen and just be going so crazy. I'll get messages about my dribbling, I'll get messages just about me playing in general, and people will often just like quit when I'm up like 10-0. Like they'll just give up when I'm top 10-0. But like I mentioned before, dribbling is very different this year, and you have to conserve your adrenaline boost and not waste them every single second of the game. And you really have to learn kind of a whole new style of dribbling where you don't use these adrenaline boosts, because the play shot left right from 2K22, it doesn't work anymore. You use all three of your adrenaline boosts in like 5 seconds and you're out of stamina. You can't do anything for the rest of the possession. But listen, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my dribble moves personally, a few tips on like your badges, settings, maybe how to conserve adrenaline boost would be helpful. And I know that I usually am on current gen, but you know, this video is going to work for both current gen and next gen. I'm going to be playing current gen and next gen this year, and I've already been playing next gen a decent amount. But listen, pretty much anything I say in this video is applicable to both current gen and next gen. They're pretty much the same exact gameplay. But with all that being said, we are on this road to 100K, so I would greatly appreciate, you know, if y'all could smash that subscribe button and sub up so we can get closer to 100K. Something like 90% of the people that watch my videos are not currently subscribed. And as well, if this video helps you guys out, please be sure to drop a like as well. All right, so listen, hopping into this, so I'm going to show you guys my badges and settings, and then we're going to hop in and show you guys every single dribble move that I use, as well as some other ones. You know, if you have a higher ball handle, you can substitute. But honestly, unless you're like a guard, any ISO build should be using my dribble moves, no matter what ball handle you have, just because my dribble moves are literally amazing, bro. They work for any single ISO build. But anyway, I'll hop in and show you guys some settings right here you're going to want to have on. So really the only setting I think is going to be in your controller settings, and you're going to want to make sure your pro stick function is on default. But if you are a beginner, I would say if you're a beginner, I would put this on dribble moves. If you know exactly what you're doing, definitely just leave this on default. And actually there is one more thing. You want your pro stick orientation right here. This normally is absolute. Do not change it to camera relative. Basically what this does is absolute. No matter what direction you're facing, no matter where you are on the court, your right stick is always going to flick in the same direction. So if you're gonna do it behind the back, you're still gonna do it behind the back the exact same way, no matter what direction you're facing in absolute. However, if you're in camera relative, it like changes. So you don't want camera relative, keep it on absolute. And let's go ahead and hop into some badges real quick. Okay, so you guys can see I have 20 badge points right here, and there's a few badges I want to start off by saying like they're really just the most important badges, and it's not even close. And those badges, the number one has to be quick first step. You can see it cost me 8 badge points to get this on Hall of Fame. It's one of the only Hall of Fame badges I get, and honestly, like it costing 8 badge points is kind of crazy, but it's one of the most important badges in the entire game, and you're definitely going to want to be running this on the highest level possible. What this does is basically after you're dribbling, it allows you to take a super fast speed boost animation out of your dribble moves, and I'll get to exactly what speed boost animation you're going to want to have on, but just make sure you have quick first step on the highest level possible. The next most important badge, killer combos. If you don't have this badge on, you're going to be dribbling really slow. The reason I run this gold is because it allows me to dribble so many times like in a row, and really quickly at that. If you're not running this badge, every time you spam some dribble moves together, you put a little combo together, you're going to be way slower than if you have this badge gold or even silver. Silver can still work if you can't get gold, but overall this is a really important badge. Now obviously we can't just be dribbling with no stamina, so we got to put on some handles for days. Put this on the highest level possible, and you can see that's most of my badge points already. I only do have 20 playmaking badges, but those 3 badges are literally so important, and you really can't go without them. Now my last couple badges, there's a lot of different things I could do if I had more badges. Probably put on like some clamp breaker. It's supposed to be pretty good this year. If I'm playing 2s or 3s, I'm definitely gonna want to bail out bronze, but specifically me, I like to put a 1 score, so I usually run like silver unpluckable and bronze vice grips. It's super important. These badges are super important to not get plucked on this game. Steals are like absolutely broken, so I gotta make sure I'm not getting plucked. And with unpluckable and vice grips, these are 2 badges that help me not get plucked. And for me, these are really the most necessary best playmaking badges you can possibly have. If you, like I said, if you have extra, you can put on clamp breaker, and you can probably put on ankle breaker too. And if you are playing 2s or 3s, I would definitely run like bronze bailout at least, and then, you know, extra badge could be like dimer, floor general, stuff like that. But these are the absolute necessary badges you need for dribbling. Okay, and one last thing, I promise this is the last thing before we go and hop into the dribble moves right here. I just want to show you guys how I conserve my adrenaline boost. So the way I dribble, you know, I'm not really moving around. Like, that's an adrenaline boost right there. But every single time I do one of these step backs or do anything like that, it's not adrenaline boost. I could do as many of these as I want and even shoot off that, and I'm not using an adrenaline boost. But you guys would have known they basically added these adrenaline boosts just to pass the left right guard, so you can't do this anymore. Like, you can't just do this the entire game. You know, you can't. Like, now I'm out of adrenaline boost, I can't do anything. I'm basically forced to shoot, because if I don't shoot right there, you know, I'm out of adrenaline boost, and you really just can't do anything when you're out of adrenaline boost. You have to know how many adrenaline boosts you have left. So if I ever see that I only have 1 boost left, I'm always speed boosting out of it and like trying to go for a dunk or trying to go for a 3, because I know if I don't get open on that last adrenaline boost, then, you know, I'm done for. So, you know, I always like make sure to try and conserve them. You know, I use one that'll probably be an open move right there. I'd probably get open off that move. But if I don't, you know, I still have another one and I can go do that or something like that. You just got to make sure you're conserving, you know, your adrenaline boost. That's one of the most important things this year. And you could do a lot of dribble moves just without even using an adrenaline boost. You know, I'm using my stamina right now. But, you know, you could do a lot of dribble moves without even touching your adrenaline boost. Okay, but hopping into the animations, I'll go ahead and go through all of these animations and show you guys what I use. And also, if you are like a guard with like 94, 92 plus ball handle, whatever it is, some other ones you can use, you know, in case you want to. You know, my dribble moves are godlike though, so it doesn't really matter what build you're using. You can get pretty much all my dribble moves, really no matter what ball handle. If you have any type of ball handle and speed with ball, you probably can get mine. There may be a few which I'll give you substitutes for, but for the most part, you can probably just get my dribble moves. Okay, so starting with dribble style right here, there's a lot of different ones, you know, you can go ahead and try, but the best one I have found you do need a 75 speed with ball for is Michael Jordan. This is definitely 100% the best one in the game. You do need a 75 speed with ball for it though, which can be tough for some players. I purposely made all my builds with a 75 speed with ball so that I could get this, because really there's no other good ones when you're only having a 70 ball handle. But, you know, you could go ahead and try. I would recommend trying out Pro. I think I've tried out Pro. It's like okay. It's definitely not as good as Michael Jordan, but, you know, you can go ahead and try it out. It might be pretty good. For moving crossover, I literally just use the normal, like just this one. I just use the normal. For moving behind the back, I use Zach LaVine. But if you are a guard under 6'4" and you get that 92 plus ball, and you can see in the bottom left right there, use Steph Curry is really, really good. For moving step back, now this is one that I usually use Jimmy Butler in, but Jimmy Butler isn't even out, so I'm going ahead and using Luka Doncic. I like to use this one too. It gives you a lot of space and allows you to do a step back move, and, you know, you get speed boost out of it, so I really like this move. For moving spins, now I don't usually use my spin a lot this year. I used to use it a lot more last year, but this year I don't really use it. For me, I always just run basic spin because of the spin back, but I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to do it like consistently. So you can do it a little bit, but it's kind of hard to do it super consistently this year. So I'm trying to still figure that out, but I am using basic moving spin. Now for moving hesitation, I 100% recommend Luka Doncic again. This allows you to do a super glitchy move, you know what I'm saying? It's like a glitch hesitation, but, you know, I would definitely put on Luka for your moving hesitation, no matter what ball handle you have. Finally, getting into the 2 major moves where if you have a higher ball handle, this is where I'm gonna really tell you to change something. But for me, I use Tracy McGrady. However, you do need an 85 ball handle for this signature size up. I really like this signature size up. It's quick, it's fast. That's what I really like about it. That's what you're looking for in a 6 size up. You just want it to be quick and fast. If you have a lower ball handle, a 75, I would use Zach LaVine. And if you have an 80, I would use De'Aaron Fox. And I believe Jimmy Butler is a 70. If you have a 70, use Jimmy Butler. But again, if you have a higher one than any of those, Darius Garland, I've heard, is very, very good. Steve Francis is good. Steph Curry is good. Any of those are going to be good. You know, there's probably a lot of other ones you can also try out, but those are the 3, you know, I've heard are really, really, really good. For size up escape package, you guys can see I've tested out all of these because this is really one of your most important moves. And, you know, I've tested a lot of these. And my favorite one is Paul George. You do need a 75 plus ball handle for this, and I'm not sure you can get 70 for LeBron. So, you know, if you have a 70, either use Luka or LeBron. LeBron is good because you have that long step back, but I think Luka's moves are a little bit better besides the long step back. But, you know, the LeBron is still pretty good. So you guys can do whatever you want. But for me, if you have a 75 plus ball handle, use Paul George. It's so good. It's so good. It gives you that super fast crossover move that you guys see me doing. It allows me to do that step back move you guys see me doing. And obviously, I'll probably change it when some more dribble animations come out and when there's some better ones. But for now, with all of these ones that I can currently get, Paul George is 100% the best one that I can get. But listen, that's going to be about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys could dribble after watching this video. I gave you guys all my dribble moves, all the ones I use. And, you know, I really just be cooking up with these dribble moves. So make sure to drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and it definitely did help you out. And make sure to pay attention to everything I said in this video. If you missed something, go back and watch and look what I said so you guys can be way better at dribbling. But with all that being said, make sure to hit that sub button. Make sure to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. I'm out, man. Peace.